Hey everybody, my name is BlakJak. Welcome back to Spider-Man. Last time we did some story missions and we had a very touching heart-to-heart. Sorry about that. But yeah, this time
Can't
we're
forget to
gonna
stop
be
by Feast.
taking care of
Need to
the
get a look at Lee's office.
demon feast. Not feast. Oh, excuse me. Demon bases. The demon bases. We're taking care of all of them. If I'm not mistaken, I think I did take care of all of them in this video. I literally just finished cutting away a bunch of stuff and I didn't fully count how many I did. But we're going to be taking care of it as the dark suit, the one that we got during Cat's Cradle, which is something that Felicia Harding, or the Black Cat, gives to you as a gift for following her clues or whatnot. I actually really like this suit. It looks really clean. I don't know. I just like the look of it. I'm always a big fan of like the black suits and stuff, like symbiote suit that Spider-Man is lit, and this kind of is touching on that like whole symbiote suit. I really like Web of Shadows because you can just like freely toggle the symbiote suit and the classic suit, and they played slightly differently, and I just always enjoyed having it on, I guess.
Today is a day for somber reflection, for mourning, and honoring fallen heroes like Jefferson Davis. But it's also a day to vow never again. It stops here. Some people say I blame everything on Spider-Man. Well, I don't blame him for the bomb. That cowardly act is squarely the responsibility of whoever committed it. We're gonna keep New York safe. We can no longer tolerate the kind of lawlessness Spider-Man and his ilk represent. This is our city. By God, we're going to take it back.
I really like J. Jonah Jameson, and I know I keep saying that, but I genuinely like J. Jonah Jameson in this game. And in general, I also like him in the comics. He's fucking hilarious. But, like, I like that when shit gets serious, he, instead of attacking his most arch enemy, his most biggest nemesis, he instead tries to rally the people together. Which I guess he's always kind of doing. He's always trying to get the people against Spider-Man, but like it's not like he even admitted it. He's like, I don't blame Spider-Man for this. I blame whoever blew up everyone. And like, I just enjoy that he's a multifaceted character. He's not just like a one-note Spider-Man hating machine, although he is kind of one-note in that sense. But I like that he is complex, and he always feels like real. Like he doesn't feel like he's just a stagnant like antagonistic force. He like has values and stuff. Sure, they're a little wonky at times, but I genuinely believe J. Jonah when he says things like, "This is our city. We're trying to protect it."
MJ, I'm at the first location on your list, and guess what I found?
Demons?
Give the lady a prize. See if you can figure out what they're up to while I introduce myself.
Alrighty, so we gotta take three people out in stealth. Oh, I messed that up. Yeah, perform three stealth takedowns and do a 35 hit combo. The 35 hit combo sounds daunting. It really isn't. Don't worry. Gotta go. Don't see me.
Nap time.
Boom. Oh yeah, zip kicks. They count as stealth takedowns if you didn't know that. I almost got caught there. I almost ruined everything. But like I was saying, oh, can I get this guy from there? Nope. I'll get him here. The 35 hit combo sounds daunting, but honestly, it's not that bad. Considering that your combo doesn't just like go away very easily. It's not like in Batman where if you like dodge incorrectly, you lose your counter, your combo counter. In this game, it's actually not that bad because the counter doesn't go away until you get hit. So even though I got hit there and I was very close to 30, I still didn't really panic. I know I still have 6 waves to go through and we have plenty of time. And although it's going to get annoying with these assault rifle enemies because they do attack quite often, I like that it's not too hard to keep your combo up. And remember, everything counts too, so even finishers count as combos. Throwing items should count if I'm not mistaken. webbing foes to walls, I believe, counts. So like if you're only just punching people to get your counter.
Peter, that location's supposedly an importer of souvenirs for Chinatown shops.
What they're importing is not something I want as a memento.
Drugs?
Demons. Looks like they bring in their buddies in shipping containers. Explains how foreign nationals with criminal records are getting into the country.
If you're just attacking people with like ground combos and not mixing it up, thinking that it won't count towards a combo, just know that it will. The combat in this game is very fluid, and it actually praises messing around with the combos instead of just doing the same thing over and over again. It's very fun. This is a really fun game. If you haven't played this game, I highly recommend it. A lot of fun. So yeah, today is the 19th of October. We're 1 day away. Tomorrow, Spider-Man 2 drops. I will be picking it up tomorrow. I've already pre-spoiled it. I unfortunately probably won't be playing it until like Saturday night because I'm working both days. Of course, my Saturday is the fucking Saturday. Of course, it's the weekend of Spider-Man 2, of course. I have nothing else going on in my life, and this is like the one thing that I'm excited about. And of course, it's like every time I plan a fun weekend, like I deadass, every time. I was gonna take out this chick on a date to Six Flags, and it started to fucking rain. And I was like, look, it's probably the best day to go because it's raining, no one's gonna be at the park. And if we just have to chill in the car for 30 minutes, like we can make our own fun, you know? Like we can do whatever. It's just like I feel really uncomfortable being on a ride after it has rained. I don't know if I don't go on many rides like this, and I'm a little afraid. And I was like, okay, that's fair. I don't want to approach your boundaries. This is literally the second date. I only met this person once. Like I don't want to like be pushy. So I went to the mall instead. I had to drive like 3 hours to get to this fucking mall. It was ridiculous. Anyway, my point is...
MJ, call the police. All the demons are incapacitated.
Don't forget to bring me a souvenir.
She wants a immigrated Chinese guy? A Russian... a Chinese nationalist? As a souvenir? Anyway... But my point is, like, every time I plan something fun, like, I went to the Renaissance Fair, and I got rained out twice. I was so fucking upset. Alright? And, like, I knew it was gonna rain the second time, but it was literally the last day the Renaissance was open.
Friends, today we have a very special caller breaking important news right here, because where else? Mayor Osborn, thanks for calling in.
No, thank you, Jonah. When you were publishing the Bugle, you were always fair to me. Tough, sure, but fair.
Well, that's my job, Mr. Mayor. All I have is my integrity, and I won't compromise it for anyone. Now, what's this crucial breaking news you're revealing for the first time anywhere on my show?
Well, after the brutal, cowardly City Hall bombing that almost claimed my life, it's clear our understaffed police department needs help. And I want to reassure the people of New York that I am providing it.
Aha! I said it! You all heard me say we needed this. Are you using my idea of bringing in cops from Lake Placid?
Ah, no. Though that was a fine idea. No, this would be a security contractor, much like the ones our military uses to assist our troops overseas. I can't name it until the contracts are signed, but their qualifications are impeccable.
Well, that sounds terrific, Mr. Mayor. Though, of course, I'll have to reserve my tough but fair final judgment on...
Oh, that's right, that's right.
We can fight, or hear me out. We can barbecue.
I accidentally forgot that sometimes when you're listening to things, if you enter combat, he'll stop the whole transaction. So I'm going to show the end of that scene once I take out these guys. And I'll show you how to get there.
Whew, getting brisk out here. Better go in.
Better go in. So we're going to pause, we're going to go into collections, and then find J. Jova Archives, and find the most recent one. That's going to be 30.
Friends, today we have Mr. Mayor. Though, of course, I'll have to reserve my tough but fair final judgment until I have all the facts.
I'd expect nothing less. And let me stress, this is in no way replacing our brave officers of the law, just augmenting them. in a way that cuts through the red tape and gets results.
And results are what we want. You know, I'm glad you're here, so I can share my theory on how Spider-Man may well be working with the demons.
And a fascinating theory it is, I'm sure. But my doctors are advising me to get some rest now, so if you don't mind.
Oh, of course. Thank you for calling in, Mr. Mayor. My lines are open for you anytime. Jared, did you hear? Tough but fair! That's our new slogan. I don't care who else is using it. Don't care.
Jake Jonah reminds me of my boss. Sometimes I hit him with like a line. Oh yeah, we're gonna get surprise attack by the way. Sometimes I hit him with a line. Like I teach my boss like slang terms sometimes. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say surprise? I meant yank and throw is what we're gonna be getting. It's when you grab a weapon and throw back at them. Sometimes I hit him with like cool beans. You know, like I'll just throw out like a random term, and my boss will just start using it.
MJ, I'm at location number 2. Can you believe these demons wear their masks just like walking around? Must make for confusing staff meetings.
I'll try to figure out their operation while you throw a wrench into it.
Alrighty, so 3 more stealth takedowns, and then we gotta throw enemies 10 times. Now, throwing enemies 10 times is not hard at all, especially if you've unlocked a wrestling suit, because you're gonna be getting the King of the Ring ability, and that way you don't have to web anyone up. You could literally just throw a bunch of dudes and make it super duper easy. Now, what I like to do on the stealth, on the stealth takedown ones, I usually do 2. Like if I have to do 3, I'll do 2 actual stealth takedowns, and then I zip kick the last guy, and it'll count. Yeah. So we're gonna save the King of the Ring ability until I get a bunch of guards just chilling with me. Oh, does that not count? I could have sworn that counts. I guess you have to actually throw them. Oh, it's called a web throw, right? Yeah. So sometimes that like actual wrestling throw kind of gets in the way sometimes. But yeah, and see the issue with web throwing people, if you throw them at the wall, they will actually cling. With King of the Ring, stick to the wall. With King of the Ring, that doesn't happen. You just can throw them continuously. So like that guy got caught, so like now I gotta wait for another dude to spawn in instead of just having 5 enemies and or like 3 enemies and throwing them 6 times in a row. And then here I am trying to do King of the Ring again, and I'm like, why isn't it working? I, for whatever reason, thought I had unleashed it, so I wasn't paying attention. Just gonna grab the same. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna grab the same guy. Rude. I really like it. I think it's a good power up. Alright, so let's do a little switch up. We're gonna do Sound of Silence.
Oh, hey! You must be the JV team!
And yeah. Dodge that nonsense. Don't want to deal with. Oh, okay. Rather rude. Unfortunate. You didn't have to like that, sir. Alright, so anyway, back to what I was saying. There we go, now it's working. I was having an issue recording. For some reason this wouldn't appear on my screen. Every time I plan something fun, like it's just been raining a lot. And now we're gonna get hit by a nor'easter. So that's gonna be hella fun because I'm gonna be working Saturday, and I believe that's when it's gonna start. Not Sunday. So that means any plan that I may
That
have.
place is supposed to be a bespoke furniture manufacturer.
From what I can see, it's more like illegal weapons. And this might come as a shock, but I don't think they're really bespoke.
The hipster assassins are gonna be so disappointed.
Any plan I may or may not have had totally just got rained out. Oh, well, that means I could just spend all day playing Spider-Man 2. That's all that matters to me.
Oh no, wait! It is that I'm not glad to see more of you!
I was thinking about making like a blind playthrough of Spider-Man 2 when it came out, but honestly, I feel like I'm a little tuckered out of Spider-Man. After Spider-Man 2, of course, once I beat the game one time. I might save it for like next year or something. Because we're going to be going through Spider-Man, the DLC, and then Miles Morales. We're tackling 3 separate Spider-Man stories, and rather like a continuation and a second story. I don't know if you guys really want to play Spider-Man 2. I'd love to make DLC again, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just have the whole package together. So I think I'm just going to wait on Spider-Man 2. I was thinking about my next playthrough, and honestly I'm still in a Sly Cooper mood, so I might be doing Keys in Time. But I've also been thinking about doing Assassin's Creed again. This will be like my 4th playthrough of it, and I don't know if I really want to put myself through that again. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Assassin's Creed 2, but after playing it like 4 times, in like rapid succession, trying to 100% the game multiple times and failing miserably, not because I couldn't understand it, but because outside factors kept ruining whatever it is that I was recording. Just like, I just don't feel like tackling it right now. And my other option that I really want to do is Streets of LA, True Crime Streets of LA, because that's the first of a series.
MJ, call the police. I've got the place secured.
Nice job. Anytime we can get guns off the street, it's a win.
And truthfully, anytime there's a series, I like to start with the first one. Or I like to start chronologically in the story of the first one. So like for Metal Gear, I did Metal Gear Solid 3 instead of doing Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake, and then Metal Gear Solid. Which is technical chronological, like the order that they came out. But I decided for Metal Gear, I like seeing the story chronologically, so I'd rather have all the background info as we go into Metal Gear Solid 4, which has like all the background story that like everything has to be tied to. And then of course we'll be ending that game off with Rising, which is such a great game. If anyone hasn't played Rising, holy shit,
You
love
guys
Rising.
get great reception up here.
Oh, you know what I picked up the other day? Dude, I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So the other day, I was at GameStop. I was picking up Pikmin 1 and 2. Like, I pre-ordered that. And you know what I
You
found?
really didn't want me going in.
A pre-order
Which means I'm going
of
booyah!
Bayonetta and Vanquish on the PS4.
MJ, I'm at the 3rd location. Apparently it's casual mask day at the office.
Finally, a job where you'll fit right in. Until you start with the face kicking.
Yeah, I have a feeling HR's not gonna be too happy with me.
You guys don't understand my obsession with with Vanquish. It's such a great game. I was literally, this is how good a game it is. I accidentally started a conversation with a rando GameStop guy who was there buying games. He's talking to me about like old school Double Dragon and like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I was like actually engaging in conversation. I don't like talking to people that I don't know. I have a lot of anxiety when talking to people. So I just don't. And I like found it. And so how the conversation started, I was like, I had one of my moments where like I said something out loud that I was supposed to be like thinking. That happens all the time for me, but like it's gotten slightly worse. I was looking at just looking around, waiting for the line to clear down a little bit, and I saw it, the game, and then I was like, out loud I said, "Oh, I'm grabbing this, copping this today," and I didn't mean to say that. That just kind of came out. And the guy next to me we just start chatting about it. He was like, "Oh, Bayonetta's such a great game." I'm like, "I don't care about Bayonetta. I care about Vanquish." And then the employee heard me and he goes, "You're the first person I've heard say those words." I was like, "Yeah, Bayonetta is cool and whatever, but it's not Vanquish, right?" Like, if there's any game that deserves multiple sequels, is fucking Vanquish, my guy, right? Oh man, Vanquish is so good. If you haven't played Vanquish, I highly recommend buying a copy of Vanquish. I own it on PS3, but once I found it on PS4, I was like, nope, got in this one. I need this shit in my life. I was like, I'm out of room on my shelf. I am putting this shit on my fucking shelf. I don't care. I'm moving some bullshit out. Republic, excuse you.
The role of homicidal demons will now be played by more homicidal demons.
Oh man, Vanquish is such a great game. I might do Vanquish. I'm not gonna do Vanquish. I as much as I love Vanquish, I don't really want to do Vanquish at this second. I do fucking love that game though. I 100% it. All the weapons. I didn't collect everything. I don't remember collecting everything, but I definitely did all the weapons. I like grinding for them. That's how much fun I was having with Vanquish.
Unless you're just Natalie dressed paparazzi. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh my god, it's such a good game. So we needed to trip mine a few guys, and then
That location's a clearinghouse for donations to these charities. Clothes, books. They're trucked in from drop boxes all over town.
Sounds like a perfect distribution network for drug running, which it looks like is their real priority.
so our first objective was to trip mine a few enemies, and then we needed to also attack people from the wall and do our wall punches. Those are very simple objectives, especially if you get your trip mines. If you have
Back up, guys! Get here so fast!
if you have the trip mine extension ammo, like the more ammo version, you'll be able to do it just fine, because you should be able to get at least 1 or 2 more trip mines. I remember, the trip mines are useful to doing in stealth scenarios where you can like set them up and have to walk at them, but they might actually be slightly better in a more offensive kind of way, because you could just web them up and get rid of like a guy, like hit a guy and then take out 2 guys if you
More
can.
demons! How do you guys tell each other apart?
So this is now the next day.
Mass
My dad gets home. If there's one thing about living at home that I dislike, is that I'm unable to do certain things when my dad is home. And one of them is recording. It's not that he doesn't like me recording, but it's more so because he makes a lot of noise. And like my walls in this house are super duper thin. My dad blasts the TV, like, because he's a little hard of hearing, so he'll like just turn up the TV really loudly. Then he'll fall asleep, and it's like, bro, why turn up the TV that loud? And then it's like, if he's asleep and I'm talking, his room is next to my room, so he's gonna hear me talking, and he's gonna get all mad at me. It's like, I can't do this at home no more. This whole like living at home thing, I can't be doing no more.
MJ,
had it.
I've got the place locked down.
Great. I'll call in an anonymous tip. I bet if the police check out those drop boxes, they'll find something more interesting than secondhand jeans.
I've also picked up Spider-Man 2 today, because again, it is now the 20th, and I have yet to play it. I literally just got home from work in GameStop, and the guy was like, you know, we're doing like a buy 2 get 1 free pre-owned thing, and I was like, well, what you're doing is feeding my addiction, and I'm stupid enough to fucking fall for it. So yeah, I ended up spending like way too much money. I went in for Spider-Man 2. I ended up doing other stuff.
Hey, is this roof taken?
So when J. Jonah popped up just then, I don't believe it counted, because he didn't start talking. I don't think it started to save as like you captured an archive, you know? He didn't start speaking. So it should play later, I hope. That's my hope.
So much for the opening act. Main events let's dive right in.
Alrighty, let's head back into the next Demon Beast. So here,
MJ, I'm at the 4th place on your list. They're not even trying to pretend they're legit.
It's just sad when criminals don't take pride in their work anymore. I'll see what I can find out.
So here we gotta do 10 finishers and 10 swing kicks. What I like to do about my swing kicks is I like to target one guy, swing kick him, punch him, swing kick him, punch him, swing kick him, and then he is knocked out. That easily gives me 3 swing kicks. You don't really have to target like 4 dudes, and it should be okay. I don't know why these guys are going down so fast, because you are supposed to be able to swing kick the shit out of them 3 times. But these guys are like just going down, bro. Like, look at that. I'm not even hitting that hard. Rude. Like, these guys are just going down. Dude. Trust me, you can hit them multiple times. Just believe me. Alright, you can do it. See, that guy wasn't no bitch. Oh, he was asleep. Okay, never mind. I also recommend Battle Focus for the finishers, because again, the Battle Focus allows you to build up your finisher gauge super quickly. If you don't feel like using Battle Focus for whatever reason, and you have enough enemies for your finisher count, but not enough finishers, what I would recommend is just perfect dodging. Just keep perfect dodging. And that's it. you don't do damage, and you just stun them, but you end up building up your focus. So it is super duper useful. And it's not really all that time consuming, honestly. You build up pretty decent amounts of focus.
Oh no! Stockbrokers! Oh!
Oh my god, you spiked him into the wall, bro. What? You can't be. I mean, yeah, alright. Guess I'm okay with that. Yeah, super duper simple. God, I love it when he just spikes people into the ground. That's just a really clean one. It's like the RKO, you know? Like, it's a simple move, but every time Randy Orton whips out an RKO, it's just super duper clean. You can do it anytime, anywhere. So you can just spike a guy into a wall or fuck him up in the floor. It's just a beautiful move. Alrighty. Why? Well, guys, attack me. Please, all I want is to be assaulted. So that I can turn it back around at you. That's it. That's all I need. Oh my god, I did not mean to knock him out. Okay. Well. Alright, wave 4. Well, we got 3 more waves. That's all that matters.
I'm sure you'll do way better than these guys just like you who I wiped the floor with.
Damn, Pete.
Peter, that business is listed as an importer of computer parts.
Huh. I didn't know they'd started making laptops out of guns.
So it's an armory?
Not for long. I'm about to get some payback for Jeff Davis and everyone else that killed at City Hall.
I didn't realize they're making laptops out of guns. But yeah, as you see, I was just dodging there for a little bit to build up my focus. And then once I used it, I used the battle focus so that I can end up getting more finishers out of the deal. I only need 3 more, so if I let this bar fill up all the way, I should be Gucci. Should be Gucci. Alrighty, one more guy. Here we go. Also, the guy at the GameStop was like totally talking about Spider-Man for like a while. And like he was praising like the speed of like switching between the characters. And I was like, first of all, dope. Second of all, stop rubbing it in, bro. Pick up the game right now. I also picked up that new Avatar game that came out, Avatar Battle for Justice or whatever, or Balance or something. And he literally looked at me and goes, "This game's trash." And I'm like, "Alright, cool. I didn't ask for your opinion, sir." I own the other Avatar games. Do you think they're good games? One of them is based off the movie. Do you think I'm expecting to fucking have a phenomenal 10 out of 10 experience with the fucking Avatar game? No, I'm not. I picked it up because I can't help myself when it comes to finishing series. I don't own the Legend of Korra game just because I can't fucking buy it. That's just because I didn't know there was a game. Understand, had I known, I would have also owned that terrible, terrible game. The truth be told, I don't even know if that one's terrible. I just... Look, I'm a masochist when it comes to my video games. I enjoy a lovely 10 out of 10 experience every once in a while. It's like a nice cup of wine. When in reality, I'm like a Bud Light kind of guy, alright? Like, I like my trash. Okay, I still get the same buzz. I still have the same amount of fun. Okay?
MJ, everything's quiet here now.
You didn't get too carried away, did you? What they did was horrible, but you're not.
Oh, that's sweet. Let's not talk about that moment for a little bit. I wanted, a while back, I wanted to do a series called Low Budget Games where I just pick out a bunch of shittily made like licensed games that had like a clear low budget. And my first one was going to be a Rocket Power game on the PlayStation 1, which was so trash, but like I didn't have like a good recording setup. So at the time it was me and my partner, my ex at the time, and we were supposed to do like co-commentary over this, but like we just never ended up doing it. I lost the footage.
Breaking news just in. My sources tell me the police are now looking at the demons as the primary suspects in the City Hall bombing. If that is in fact the case, I retract what I said about Spider-Man not being to blame. He would be, at the very least, partially responsible. Because the reckless manner in which Wilson Fisk was brought down directly created the void the demons poured into like the poison they are. Actions have consequences, my friends. And that's something Spider-Man has never understood.
I take back and retract my statement about J. Jonah Jameson having a heart and understanding the gray area or whatever
This
the
is
fuck I
where
said
the
when I was
party
defending
is.
him. I totally forgot he says all that. I just still love J. Jonah. I still love him. He's still funny. He fits me. Oh boy. So this last demon base is still super duper easy.
Okay, let's see what's happening
I
inside.
found that the demon ones aren't that bad. I actually thought they were pretty easy.
Geronimo!
A lot of the challenges were not hard at all.
MJ, I'm at the 5th location. Either there's a weird cosplay thing going on, or it's the demons.
Could be both. They need social lives too.
Well, let's see if I can make some new friends. Or enemies.
So this is one of the ones that I thought might be a little challenging if you don't have like the electric webs. But honestly, if you have everything else, I mean, you're gonna have the electric webs. Actually, what the fuck am I talking about? But if you don't have like any other good electric moves, so like I'm waiting to get like a good group here. So I got like 4 of them, 5 of them. Maybe I get 6 of that guy to get closer. Well, I got 7. Sick. Oh, look at that. I should actually have enough now to just whip out the electric webs and, you know, beat them up. Oh yeah, and then we have to do the dodge under rule. Also, I don't know how that one counted because I clearly didn't dodge under. Alright, and here are the electric webs being used. And look at that, you can chain them together. Again, they are just fine. Honestly, if you wanted a better power-up, I would do Arms Race, I would do Electric Punch. I think that's about it. Like, that's fine. Yeah, like, Electric Web's okay. It's not terrible, it's just... It's overshadowed by all the other better gadgets.
So I think the new guys have to tag the old guys, and they have to go to their corner. No?
Especially with like moves like Arms Race, you know, like, you have such better ways of electrocuting enemies that like I feel like the electric webs just get overshadowed by other stuff. Other better moves. So the whip guys, they are brutes, just like the big guys, so you need 2 finishes to or 2 bars to do a finisher on them. The sword guys are also the same. Sword demons are also sword brutes are also the same.
Be honest, you were all waiting next door until I thought I'd won just to be mean, weren't you?
Honestly, the brutes, only the big brutes kind of are hard because the other smaller brutes.
Peter, it looks like Lee took over a legitimate auto repair business.
Explains where the demons get all their vehicles. Trucks, ambulances.
Exactly. You shut this down, they'll have a tougher time moving around the city unnoticed.
I can't believe I fucking forgot what I was saying. I was thinking about something. Oh yeah, the bigger brutes are like really the only brutes in the game that I find to be a little more challenging to fight, just because you can't hit them without webbing them up. Like if you zip kick them, they will toss you, and like you can't just punch them in the face. You gotta throw something, you gotta level them up. Whereas the whip guys and the sword guys, you can zip kick to them, and they're just a little more manageable to fight, honestly. Although their patterns are a little strange, I don't mind them as much. Yo, friendly fire is definitely on, dude. You threw that guy's whole arm off. What's wrong with you, bro? Oh, okay, now I got it. Rude. Rather rude, if you ask me. This box. I just love destroying things. Alright, it's just a simple pleasure of mine. Is that such a problem? Can't I just enjoy breaking things? I slammed that guy's face into a fire extinguisher. We have J. Cole showing up to work.
MJ, I may have just done the opposite of repair at this repair shop.
Don't worry, I'll get the cops down there. They'll clean things up.
So we have Jayco coming in to work to like ask us questions about like safety stuff and whatever.
That's all the places I could link to Martin Lee. We just made life a lot harder for the demons.
And easier for the DA to build a case against him. Thanks, MJ. I owe you dinner.
Ooh, nice. What price range are we talking about?
Any place you want. That has a $1 menu.
Still beats that time you tried to make dumplings.
No one will ever let you go of that dumpling recipe, Pete. Yeah, so Jayco is showing up and they're supposed to like do like health and stuff. questions to us to make sure we're all following safety rules. And I looked at my manager. I was like, "Hey, listen, if you find out they're coming in, don't let me inside because I'll mess up. I don't even know where the fire hydrant is." And he looks at me and goes, "Fire extinguisher?" Like, yeah, the fire hydrant. Anyway, guys, I'll see you all next time. Deuces.